Hello and welcome to the WTF1 Fantasy F1 show with me, Amber Jones, the lovely Haydon Gullis, and today we have a very special guest and we're going to be chatting all things Chinese Grand Prix with and grid rival, who to pick, who not to pick, and that lovely special guest we have today is the wonderful Shanna. So thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on. I can't wait.
How have you been finding grid rival?
Oh, so it's actually the first time I've decided to hop on the F1 fantasy or fantasy sports of like any kind.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to wrap my head around it to start. I was like, oh, okay, just pick some drivers and pick a team. Kind of went into it not logically. Instead, just picked my faves. And we're going to change that, I think, coming on. So, yeah, it's been fun.
But Haydon, you're doing fantastic.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I was the highest scoring person last week. Moved myself the order and now sitting very comfortably in P6.
Okay, well, let's take a look at your team then, Haydon. Who have you got? And then Shanna will look at yours and see where are we going wrong. Yeah, so Haydon, looking at your past one for the Japanese Grand Prix, you got Max Verstappen, Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, and then Red Bull.
And
that
Hülkenberg
seems
was my
like
star.
a super strong team. Yeah, so Hülkenberg got you 238 points for being the star driver. So Haydon, I think you did quite well there. You were like 13,
Quite well.
14.
That was the best one all week.
There's the humble brag coming back in.
I know. So what tips can you give to us then when picking our teams?
Well, we spoke last time with Cameron Das, and I think he had a very, very good, strong point where you get people at their lowest when they're currently going down in terms of value.
Yeah.
So it saves you money, and then bank on them having a couple of good results, get the money back for you. And I gained like 9 million in terms of profit. So my team value is now, it was, I think, just less than 100 million going into this race. And now it's 106 million and I've got 3 million in the bank now as well. So that's the tactic that I'm going to be doing. I'm looking as well. I don't think going for the top drivers is necessarily the best thing. So like going for Max Verstappen, if it was like normal F1 fantasy, yeah, sure, because they only give points for what points to get on track. But it's much better, I feel like, to go for someone in the midfield who beats their average performance. But it is very closely contested in that sort of area. So I think try and save money, buy low, people who still get some decent points for you, and then you get some better team value. And then by the end of the season, you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to have Max, I'm going to have Perez, I'm going to have Leclerc, and you just have all the top drivers.
Just to bring it home.
Yeah, exactly.
Shanna, looking at your team, I thought, that's a strong team. Why would that not get you a lot of points? But yeah, you know, you're not too high up in the standing, neither am I, so don't worry about that. But you've got Max Verstappen, this for the Japanese Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Alex Albon, Nico Hülkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda. But your constructor, is Williams. I think that's potentially what brings you down because you've got Max. So automatically you're getting super high points. Alex Albon, though, didn't bring you a lot of points in comparison to your start driver, Haydon. So potentially that's also where you're going wrong.
He did crash out or get crashed out, to be fair. So it was a bit unlucky with that one for that.
Watched that and went, oh no.
Yeah, I think you need to stay with the Haases for a star driver.
Haas has been a very strong
Alex
team,
Albon, but even when he doesn't crash out, he's not getting loads of points as a star driver. I do think you should stay with the Haases. But have you made any swaps?
So I have. So I was glad you said take out Max because I did. I decided, all right, we're taking Max out.
Was that out of contract or did you have to pay?
No, I think I had to pay. See, the money thing, I'm still getting my head wrapped around that. So for now, we're just trying to get the points up. And so we took out Max because, unfortunately, so Williams, this is my whole, they're my team. I love them. So of course I put them in first. Yeah, that's why I chose them.
Okay.
And then I realized, it's not doing well at the moment. So I had to go, but that was all I had as well, money-wise. That was the only way it worked. So I was like, okay, we're going to sell Max, get some money in, get a couple of better drivers and a better team. Now, saying that, better team, did go for Haas. So
I don't think it's about team.
I think it's a possibility because they are doing better than expected.
Yes.
And that they could. And I think each week they could pull out the bag a little bit. So I've gone with Haas and hopefully we can make the step ups later and they can, bring me a couple of points here and there. And then I brought in Fernando instead. So I brought Fernando in. We've got Oscar.
That's an easy one to get teammate points. Much I love Stroll, you're always going to get beaten by Alonso like 19 times out of 20. So,
but then we had a chat last week that Lance Stroll was actually a really good star driver.
He's good because he improves and gets overtakes because he takes the day off on quali. But I think Alonso, you're guaranteed those teammate points.
Yeah.
Well, I've got both of them in my team.
Even better.
So, covering
Okay.
all the bases, put it that way. And then we've got Yuki and then Nico because,
Two strong ones
Haas.
as well.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we don't really have too many, I guess, any of the top ones, I'd say. But I'm banking on the whole do well in the midfield.
From listening to that, it sounds like we should have you on the next one, and then you can do what I did at the start of this one and start
Yeah.
bragging about most points, most,
How well you're
most
gonna
value
do.
games.
No, I've not got a strong team. I was going to say maybe I've got a strong team this week. I don't think I have.
Go on then.
So Leclerc, I've got him. Hulkenberg, Bottas, and Piastri. So they were my team from last race as well, but also for this race. However, my constructor was gone. So I thought, I didn't lock Mercedes in for long enough. I had Red Bull at the start of the season, didn't lock them in for long enough, couldn't get Red Bull again, went to Mercedes. I thought, what can I do now? What can I do? I only had 33 left to play with. So I was like, okay, what can I get? What can I get? I really want a strong constructor. Have to. That's going to bring my team back up. So I bought Ferrari for 26.8 mil. That only left me with was it 6 mil left? I thought,
great.
what can I do? I have to go for Sargent. I
Logie
don't want to do it.
Sargent.
I don't want to do it.
Oh.
He lost me points when, was it last few rounds? Because I didn't swap him out. So I don't think I've got a strong team there.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a little bit sad that I've got Piastri. So I brought him in on the basis I thought he was going to do really well.
Yeah.
But I think Lando Norris gets a little bit more points than him because he gets those teammate points as well when he obviously beats him. So I don't know how my team's looking, really. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do, to be honest.
I mean,
Shanna, you've got the strongest team.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, sounds
banking-
like it.
Yeah, I'm banking on the Chinese Grand Prix to mix things up a little bit, but at the same time, those standard ones, they've been doing well. Let's hope they continue to do well.
Yeah. Hayden, how do you think the Chinese Grand Prix is going to go?
oh, give me chaos. Give me chaos and have all of my drivers in the top 5, and that'd be perfect.
Well, chaos is what they're saying.
Yeah, no practice.
Please.
Sprint
Should
race.
definitely spice up
5
in the
years.
mix, and then a nice podium of Verstappen first, and then Zhou at his home Grand Prix second.
Oh, love that.
2 Haas's
Okay.
third, fourth.
Oh,
and
wow,
Yuki
both of
Tsunoda
them.
in 5th. Yeah,
Bold.
yeah. No, so yeah, we'll put Perez in there as well because it's got Red Bull as a team. Give me some strong points. And then I
Hayden's
think
just pushing his team, isn't he?
no, I think that's realistic.
Yeah.
I think that's really realistic.
100%.
Chaos at China,
Yeah.
and that's going to bring that result.
Okay, realistic podium predictions. What are you going with, Hayden?
Okay, so we got Max, Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Piastri.
But Shanna, what are you going with?
Okay, so I didn't go for 5. I just went for top 3. And I went Max, Charles, Lando. Because I'm thinking with the sprint race, something could happen. I don't know, maybe we'll have some cars get damaged. Who knows? And it's just being so long.
Williams lose another chassis.
We can't do
Don't
that.
say
We
that.
don't have
You're
the
a Williams
chassis. We lose that. We don't. Oh, no.
They're just running around the track.
It might be better for them.
Yeah.
They might actually
Golf-
finish
golf caddies?
with both cars.
Golf caddies, maybe.
So yeah, that's just
Could be
going to be
faster than
mine.
the
So
Alpine.
a little bit different.
Yeah,
Kind of
we
calling
like that.
Sergio out of that. Lando, I'm questionable, but I'm thinking, possibly. I'd like to. My predictions are never too logical. I would like to throw
We prefer that.
a little bit.
Because I think I'm too realistic, Hayden's too chaotic, and yours is smack bang in the middle, maybe. What
Max.
about top 5 then?
Oh, okay. So after that, you know what? I'm gonna have to put a Sergio as a 4.
Yeah.
And then 5th, logical with my heart. With my heart, I want to say Oscar, but we're going to put Carlos.
5th is always difficult for me because obviously top 4, I'm like easy,
No,
Red Bull,
5th is easy
Ferraris.
for you. 5th, what you do with your predictions is you listen to mine, and then you say, for my 5th option, you just choose the other
Okay,
McLaren driver
so I
that
can back
choose.
this. This is so not true. So we have a group chat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we get asked, what are your podium predictions? And whoever puts it in first, then
Yeah, and you put it in first
Hayden
once.
no. So the first few
Once.
races,
I was
Hayden
streaming. I was
beat
live
me.
at the time.
Hayden
So I
beat
can't
me.
put them in.
No.
Yeah, but you
It's been
could
twice.
just hold back each time. You choose to be first.
Yeah.
Like, that's part
It's the racing driver in me.
Oh.
Can't help it. It is really just that P5 is the only difference, really.
Okay, to end this, I'm going to ask you one bold prediction for the race. Something, what do you think's going to happen that's quite out there?
Okay. This is where you're perfect for. Okay. Bold prediction. Let's go proper out there. You know what? I'll do it for you with your Logan Sargent.
Oh, gosh.
Logan Sargent in the points.
Yes. Get my team up on Grid Rival. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is bold.
That is
No.
bold.
My bold one is pigs will fly. In that case, I'm gonna go. Nico Hulkenberg will finish in the top 7.
Okay. I like that because he's on my team, so I'll
So
happily take
you're
that.
happy.
He might
happy
also
with
be
that.
my star driver, hence why I've said that. But
A bit biased there.
Always
Haydon.
biased.
Just
I
a
feel like that's not
smidge.
bold enough.
what?
Ooh.
Top 5? Podium?
Yeah, top 5. I'll take top 5. Yeah.
Do you know what though? If something crazy happens, maybe that could be realistic. I think I'm gonna go with Joe because home race and all.
Yep.
So why not give him a bit of support? Gets P9.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
think
say-
a bolder prediction would have been Joe gets a normal pit stop. That would have been a bolder one.
Yeah, maybe
Less
a good pit
Less
stop.
than 15 seconds. That's a bold prediction.
The thing is,
Yeah.
it's already a crazy race, so I just think their pit stop's probably just going to be extended by like another 30 seconds out of nowhere. But thank you so much for joining us today, Shanna. Hopefully we can take some tips from her team. We'll see how you perform. Thank you so much for joining us at home as well. It's a pleasure having you here, Haydon.
Oh, stop
Make
it.
sure you get in our WTF1 league and you can actually compete with us in the Golden Helmets to see how we're doing. We'll see you then.